And so over the past like 3 or 4 years, right? My son will be 7 in May. So over the past 3 years, I kept getting emails of someone like sending me pictures of him in a, with another woman. And the first time it happened, it was legitimately someone he was dating. And she sent me pictures of them two together. She sent it to me on my Twitter. It was excessive. She sent it on my Twitter. She sent it on my Instagram. She sent it on my Facebook. She emailed me. It's like, damn, bitch, you really want me to see that you were my ex? You know what I mean? Like, damn. So, right? So I hit her back and I was like, I'm happy for you. Why you sending me this? I mean, get your man, boo. You know what I mean? Like, do you, ma'am? And then because she had hit me up successfully, I was like, I'm going to write a blog about it. I'm going to talk about it because, I talk about my experience as a single mother, which is something I did not want to do, but I got violently shoved into this. So now it's just like, in order to cope with it, in order to deal with it, I share my story and I hope that it helps another woman. I really do. I wrote a blog about it and I was explaining this out of that blog that I felt like it was strange that someone who was dating my son's father was that insecure that they would reach out to me when I'm nowhere near him. Like, I'm not dating him. I don't talk to him. I mean, it's just like, how you find me? Like, how you even know I exist outside of him saying something to you about me? It always was in the air with me. Like, how do you even know that? You know what I mean? Like, well, why is that even something you know? And so anyway, since then, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago, since then, every couple of months, I would get a new email of someone talking to me about him and this woman. And it would be like disrespectful and, just someone being rude and just sending me pictures of them on vacation, sending me pictures of her wedding ring, him proposing to her, just pictures I don't even need to see. Because if it has nothing to do with my son, it's like really none of my fucking business, right? I mean, right? So it kept happening. And I was like, this has to be a troll. Like, or this has to be somebody close to them. I'm like, this has to be either her or like her friend group or somebody that knows them that's sending me this garbage, because they would literally be disrespecting me like I did something fucked up. Because as I continued to share my story about what happened between the two of us, this person, me and my son's father, this person that seems to be upset that I am sharing the story. Now, I always explain to people when they do feel some type of way or they mention, hey, you're bitter, you need to move on, you need to move blah, 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 blah. No. Put it like this. When I was talking about it on the regular, right, and it was something that was the main purpose of my content, it was something that was helping me heal from the situation, right? And it was a very hurtful situation. It took a lot out of me to heal. Yes, I had counseling. Yes, I had therapy. All types of things was going on. And it was just very helpful to, do my videos about it, just vent. Because when you are humiliated in public like that, like he publicly humiliated me. He held no punches. He lied. He was loud and bold and disrespectful and all types of things publicly. So this man was in no position to ask me to be private about the way that I respond to the shit. Right. And that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people will do harm to someone else and then just want that person to be quiet and act like they didn't do shit. That's not me. I'm not that person. I will forever hold my son's father accountable for what he did, even though he has people around him that do not. I'm not that person. I'm always going to be the person that holds him accountable. I don't hold anybody else accountable for shit he did. He's a fucked up person. And I'm not saying this because I'm bitter or angry. I'm telling you that because it's the truth. He's a very fucked up person. And so when I admit that and I say that, I made a poor choice of man and I want for women to not do that. I'm dead ass serious. Like, vet these dudes so you never end up in a situation like mine, because my situation was so hurtful and so painful, and it took a lot out of me to get to a position to where I could move forward. You understand what I'm saying? I'm on my 8th year of celibacy. I did all the work. I did all the prayer. I did all the medication. The meditation. I did all of the counseling and therapy and the venting and whatever else that I needed to do in order to repair myself as a human being so that I could be better for the next man. I waited. You understand? So I did the work, and part of doing the work is being honest about my situation and sharing my experience so other women can, relate or not make the same decisions I made when dealing with this too. And so for over the couple of years, this person just kept emailing me, and it got to a point to where I just started ignoring it. I just started, because it wasn't just my one email address. It was all of my business addresses. It was all the people that I worked with, the clients and shit like that, was being emailed pictures of my son's father with another woman. And they're asking me, like, why is this person sending it to me? I'm like, I don't know, because I don't even know why they're sending it to me, right? Like, we don't care. Readers don't care who he's dating. All we care about is he going to be a father to, Justice, my son? So I'm ignoring it. And then finally, the other day, this girl, okay, we'll call her. Let's give her a nickname. I don't know what kind of nickname I'm gonna give her. So I won't share her legal name, because if I share her legal name on YouTube, she'll flag it down on YouTube. And I was wondering who the fuck was flagging down all the videos that I was making about my son's father. And I thought I was telling YouTube this is not my son's father doing this. All this time it's been this bitch. And I'm just now finding this out like yesterday. All this time, the person who was flagging down my videos the most about me and my son's father, videos we did 6-7 years ago together, and videos that I did when I was pregnant with my son, she was getting them flagged down because she didn't want people to see that he had a child, because he had hid it from her. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just. So, other day I get an email. In the email, I read the email on my last live stream. And if you want to see my last live stream, it's a members only live stream. And so I was reading the email, and in it, she was just saying all these different kinds of things. And one of the things that stuck out to me, that shouldn't have really, because it's typical of the emails, because all of the emails had the same tone, the same disrespect, the same like ghetto ratchet like tone. And in it, she would say like some of the most hurtful things. In this particular email, she was like just making it seem like it was the first time she had ever reached out to me, because all of the other times she had reached out, she was hiding behind fake names and fake emails and fake, you know what I'm saying? But this particular time, she decided to email me from her real email address, right? And was trying to pretend like all of these other times it wasn't her emailing me, okay? But all of the emails have the same tone, they're the same vibe, same profanity, same everything. So it's her, right? And I'm thinking, before this, I was thinking, these got to be trolls. This can't be this woman, but literally it's been her. So, so she sends me the email from her real email address, and she leaves me her phone number. But what stuck out to me inside of this email was her saying that my son's father, excels at taking care of her kids, right? And she believed that my son's father took care of the kids that of his first wife, Sidonia. Now, Sidonia, wait a minute, did I pick a nickname for this? Delulu? What's Delulu? Delulu. So Delulu, bird brain Delulu. Delulu. All right, I'm serious. Stop it with you. Mature. Right? Delulu said that he had been taking care of her kids. He was excelling at it. And she also said that he had took care of Sidonia's kids, which was my son's father, first wife. Okay. And oh my God, Sidonia, her children, she didn't have custody of her children. Her children were raised by their father. And let's talk about the history of Sidonia for a second. Sidonia was a single mother when she got married the first time. Okay. She had a couple of kids. In her second marriage, she gave one up for adoption somewhere around in the mysterious time. And then she met my son's father, and they don't have any kids together. Okay. And he tried to play stepfather to her oldest child, but her oldest child was already like older, you know what I mean? And they didn't necessarily have a good stepfather, stepchild relationship. When I first met my son's father, he was telling me that Sidonia's daughter was a whore and that she was sleeping around with a whole bunch of men. And that's what caused the problem when she was, when he was trying to be her stepfather. Okay. So they didn't have a good relationship. He wasn't like this father figure to her. That's not how that went. And he never took care of Sidonia's children. Even Sidonia said this to me. So just keep that in mind. I'm not pulling this out my ass. This is something he shared with me and Sidonia shared with me. Okay. So here comes Delulu, and she thinks probably a lie that my son's father told her that he actually took care of Sidonia's kids. So she's in the email, she's throwing in my face, oh, he takes care of my kid. Proud too, which is so ghetto and ratchet. Like, how are you happy about something like that? Like, where are the father of your children? Because if the father of your children were present, you wouldn't be sitting here celebrating my son's father taking care of your kids, because they would already have a father. So that lets me know they don't have a father in their life. So you're just taking any man at this point to raise your children, and nothing in you said maybe you need to know this man's history with children or women before you put them around your children. Okay. Ladies, don't put men around your children that haven't taken care of their own children. Okay. If they don't take care of their children, that is a red flag to not have them around your kids. Okay. So, by the way, she don't know this, but she ends up finding out. So anyway, in the email, this is what stuck out to me. She was just throwing in my face, oh, he takes care of my kids. He took care of his ex's kids. The reason why he not taking care of your kids because you toxic. It's your fault. Now, this is something that women say to themselves to smooth out what they know is wrong.